yet.
Oh. You should have told me. I would have tweeted it out.
Sorry.
Or whatever.
We got to give people, time to get whatever.
Ain't nobody gonna watch us anyway.
No, nobody wants to watch these two ding-dongs doing streaming. Oh, it's just them.
I wouldn't watch me.
No. I know you wouldn't watch you. I have to watch me, but I don't care anymore.
Really?
Yeah. I'm so used to doing it at this point that it's just like I hate to say it, it's second nature.
Is it?
Yeah, which is honestly not a bad thing in a way, because then at least you don't have to think about it. But
yeah.
Did you tweet it out yet?
No. I thought you said you were tweeting it out. You do it! What's up?
Oh my gosh, somebody... Oh, crap.
He's like, oh, it's Calvin!
It me. I'm alive. I'm not dead.
It be me. It be me. Or it be you. I don't see the thing to tweet. Let me do it the old-fashioned way. Go on the cell phone. Did you find it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Cool. So what's up, guys? How are you doing? We're hanging out a little bit. Just got back from dinner. I think the only restaurant that was still open that didn't realize they were supposed to be closed.
To be fair, they never got an official notice.
No.
Therefore, no official notice. They're like, you know what? Unless you hand it to me in writing.
Doesn't exist?
Yeah. And to be perfectly honest, I agree with that, because the problem is it seems like everybody's just like, oh, we'll just shut down for whatever reason. It's like, that's not... I mean, if someone decides to close down, that's their own prerogative. I'm not going to judge them for it. But at the same time, it's a little bit frustrating when everybody's doing it without official
The
notice.
governor tweeted, this one tweeted, that one tweeted. Okay, but what about official orders? Oh, yeah.
That's not a signed, notarized document.
Hello, unemployment office. I saw the tweet this morning, so no, that doesn't work.
No. Although I feel bad for my dad's brother, because he's been having to work overtime. He works for EED.
Oh, God.
Yeah, poor guy's just been, worked dead.
So have they at least updated their computers so far?
I don't even know. I didn't ask. I feel bad for him and everybody else having to deal with this, because it's like, obviously I have a lot of respect for the frontline workers, don't get me wrong, but the people having to work behind the scenes to try and make sure people get their stuff are honestly on the same pedestal, if not higher, than some of the people out there, just because they're the ones doing the work that nobody talks about, nobody thanks them for. Nope. They're the ones getting yelled and screamed at all day for things that are not their fault, and it's just like they have their own battles to fight in their own way, and that's sad, because they're effectively keeping the wheels of the economy going, and nobody's thinking about it, and it's like, not that you have to send them brownies or something, but keep them in your thoughts and prayers. But
Mr. Carol Science is up in the house. We got TK up in the house. We got Theresa up in the house.
Oh, crap.
Oh, my goodness.
I'm done. Nice. Waiting for my dad to get in. Oh, look, Calvin's alive after his can exploded in his other car.
Tell the story. Tell the story.
Oh, gosh. So at 7:30 in the morning, I got woken up by a text message on my phone. I'm thinking it's Amazon being annoying, because sometimes 95% of the time they don't text me when there's a package. Then there's that one time where it's 7:30 in the morning and they decide to text me, your package is shipped. And I'm like, thanks for alerting me to all the other packages that shipped. But no, it's my dad going, you had a can of something explode in your car, took out the windshield. Now, to be fair, this is my second car that does not get used, that quite honestly I need to just send off to somewhere other than my parents' backyard. I just need to get the thing out of my life, because I think at this point it's cursed. It already had a cracked windshield, so the windshield was already somewhat bad. I'm not exactly sure what went off. I think it might have been a can. I had these little mini dollar store cans of Duster that I'd picked up, and stupid me, mind you, the windows were cracked, but stupid me didn't realize how hot it was going to get in the car.
How hot was it down there?
It must. I think it was about 90 that day.
Okay,
It had been
and
in the
was
80s.
it in the garage or was it outside the garage?
Outside.
Okay, so in direct sunlight or in the shade?
Can't remember. Probably in direct sunlight, I think.
Okay, so it probably got up to like 140, 160 degrees.
And to be
Fahrenheit.
perfectly fair, it was totally my fault for having it in the car, so I'm not necessarily mad about it. There's nothing you can... It's one of those live and learn. Thankfully, it's a car that I don't really care about, but it punched a nice size hole in the windshield.
Go ahead, bring the picture up. Show it to the camera. Show it to the
Give
camera.
me a sec. I mean...
Yeah, it punched a hole. This is through the windshield. God.
It was bad. I mean, it's a good reminder though that spray cans are not a joke. So I'm not exactly sure how big that is. But
That looks like about the size of, I don't know, a can of compressed air.
and then there it is relative to the... You can't super easily see it, but you can see it over by the passenger side. Yeah, it's like thonk. I can only imagine what that thing sounded like when it went off.
Could you imagine if you were in the car when it went off?
Oh gosh, that would have been bad.
You'd have been getting high too.
Don't even want to go there.
You'd been going, you.
But yeah, cautionary tale about keeping compressed gas bottles in your car in direct sunlight. Just don't do it.
Windscreens are meant to have glory holes.
I'm not even going to think about sticking anything in that hole except packing tape.
Okay.
Duct tape. Some kind of tape. That's that.
I usually put that over the hole. You don't usually stick it in the hole.
Sorry to anybody who's my friend who doesn't realize how crappy our streams are watching this.
Oh, goodness. So today we went playing around with my drone.
Oh, this thing. Okay, I won't lie.
Got the batteries charging right now.
I won't lie. I'm still not a giant DJI fan just because of the pricing, and I feel they're a little bit like Apple in terms of they ding you for every little thing. But I won't lie. This thing, for all of the faults with the company and how
There
they
ain't
do
nothing wrong
things-
with that company, man. Ain't nothing wrong with that company.
You have already drank the Kool-Aid, my friend.
Call me DJI.
This thing is legit. Trying not to break your $500 drone on live stream. I would go running out of the room and lock myself in the other room.
Well, luckily I did pay the $39 for 2 replacements.
Okay.
If it should happen.
That's not a bad idea. But check this thing out. We have the protective cover here.
You take it out from underneath. There you go. And then, yeah.
So there it is with the little camera. But this thing is...
If you had the battery in it, then the gimbal works.
Yeah, whatever. This thing is awesome. I have a fair bit of drone flying experience, but nothing to the caliber of this. My drone did not have GPS return to home and all that good stuff, which I will not lie is actually a pretty legit feature. If you have it set up with a good enough home point, we actually were able to get it to fly into within like a meter radius of where the original takeoff point was, and just zzz, and then pretty much just landed itself, which is nice that it has that capability under the right conditions to do that. So that was
You
nice.
should have seen Calvin the first time I took off for the thing. It goes and just hovers there. He's like, "What's it doing?" I'm like, "It's hovering." But it's staying still. I'm like, "That's because it's a DJI. That's what they do." And I go and I poke it, and it's like, and he's just over there going. I just see the jewel start coming out of his mouth.
How does this cover go on?
So it's got hooks that hook into the plastic in that part, and then it comes down. Yeah.
Okay.
There you go.
I don't want to be known as the guy that made you use the first one of your 2 replacements.
You cover the first 40. Yeah, it's $39, and it covers you, I think, for a year or whatever. And then I think the first replacement is $40. Then if you do it again, it's $45.
That's not too bad.
So if you go and you run it into a tree and it actually damages it, beyond just the
Oh, I need to
propellers.
change the prop.
Yeah, which it does come with extra props, by the way, because
Yeah.
it got the Fly More combo.
Yeah, which also gives you this
3 batteries. 3 batteries in the power bank, and the power bank doubles as a charger
for your other USB powered devices, which is really nice.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's stinking sweet.
It is. Now, the one thing that is for me, this is very frustrating because I personally prefer the goggles because they block out all the ambient light, which is very nice, is when you're outside with your phone and you're trying to fly the thing and you've got the glare on your phone. That was definitely annoying. I will not lie, but that's kind of comes with the territory of using your phone.
I should have got video of the drool. I did get a video of me almost running into you with it.
That's on Twitter. That was really funny.
Part of it was an accident.
I mean, I had a feeling it wasn't going to run into me, but some drones, you stop them and they kind of just keep on coasting. This one, it's like you let go of the sticks and it
just stops. I mean, it throws the brakes on. You're like earlier, I had it at 30, almost 30 mile an hour, and it's going. I mean, the thing's just tilted. It was like, and then all of a sudden, I let go of the stick and it goes.
Like it stopped within a meter of when you let go of the stick, because obviously it's gonna have a tiny bit of lag from the stick, but still, I mean, it pretty much just stopped on a dime.
On a dime.
It was impressive. I mean, what I really want to do is, where it would actually be really cool to fly? Right. Over in Davenport where the old rail line is?
Yeah.
By the old cement factory. Over there, I think there's actually some old rail cars still sitting on one of the sidings out there.
We just have to double check with the ordinances over there. The reason why is because the
habitat.
It has to do with the coastline. What do you call it? It's the
endangered bird species area.
No, it's not even that. It's the Coastal Commission.
Oh.
They have blocked off areas all down through the Highway 1. Because my biggest thing is I want to take out to the lighthouse.
Yeah.
Now the more I'm starting to look into it, I don't know if I can take it out to the lighthouse. So I got to really.
Point Reyes.
Half
Moon Bay.
Pigeon Point, I think it is.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm always thinking north because that's where I'm at. Yeah. No.
Yeah. That would just lock up the blades. Get tangled in your hair, dude. You need to get a haircut.
I know. Eventually.
You're back up here now. All the barbers are open. Just go in there and... Or do you want me to go find the ones out here and do it for you?
Oh, God. I might do it before next Friday. That's all I'm going to say, and we're not going to say any more on stream.
You better.
Well, you're going to help me next Wednesday, right?
What am I going to do?
Can't talk about it on stream.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'll take care of it.
All right. I might need to borrow the vacuum again, but that's another story.
Yeah, you can borrow the vacuum anytime you want, man.
All right, thanks. I think I pulled out half a beach's worth of sand out of there. I'm not even kidding. I'm like,
I don't even want to know where that sand came from. I know it didn't come from me.
I think the problem is it's just walking
the
path from. I mean, it's that.
It gets all over the place.
Yeah, it's
all over the place.
But it needed a good vacuuming. It was like, oh, okay, I'm done vacuuming. Well, let me just go back and do it again. But, well, no.
Let Calvin have his floofy hair.
I won't lie. I like it longer, but then again, it's kind of like it is getting a little bit annoying. So I'll leave it at that.
So TK's been playing with music. Nice.
Oh, nice.
Nice. I think everybody has, with all the ear savers and everything that we've been printing out lately, I think everybody's just kind of looking for another little hobby to get back into a hobby rather than to get into a business or something as serious as what the 3D printing has been as of late.
Yeah.
And, I'll be honest, me as one, I've been kind of a little bit burnt out lately after all that printing. I had all the printers, and they're still sitting on the table right now. I had all the printers set up, printing nonstop for, a good month and a half, 2 months straight. Had some pretty decent electric bills. Went through a lot of filament. And it finally just gets to the point of like, okay, I need another hobby for a little bit. Let everything cool down. Let the power bills simmer down a little bit. And I'll get back into the hobby whenever I can get back into the hobby.
Yeah. I mean,
I got stuff I still need to do, and it's more of playing around. It's not as serious as what it has been. I mean, it's more for fun and games than it is of, necessity.
Yeah.
You know, the deal of practical prints or the only prints, that isn't true. If you can't have a little bit of fun with it, it doesn't last as long.
No.
You got to have fun in what you do, and it became not fun.
Yeah, I know the feeling. It's like
But,
I had a little lull there where I just wasn't doing videos at all because school had gone totally online. And like I've said before, I just got so burnt out doing that. I'm just like, I can't. I just was like, I cannot force myself to sit down and make a video without just being like super grumpy and pissy and wanting to strangle everybody through the computer. I'm just like, it's not, I can't, that's not my channel. I do not want to just put out content. Hey everybody, y'all suck. Stop posting up about your problems. I don't want to hear about it. Go get it. I wasn't gonna. I mean, that's the quality of the videos, and I'm just like, I can't do that. I need a break.
I'm going to tell you something really, really bad.
Oh boy.
A while back, I downloaded TikTok. I went to the dark side.
You know how many emails I've gotten from GearBest wanting me to do stuff, and I still haven't replied.
I replied to them, and they haven't replied back. So there you go.
Whatever.
I don't think I'm big enough anymore.
Whatever. They're lost.
Well, I'm big in some ways, but not in the right way.
Oh! You know how many times Tracy has been like, you need to get fat like Jimmy. You need to eat more. And I'm like, you want to come on over and feed me? Sure.
Jimmy needs to lose weight is what Jimmy needs to do. I have lost some weight, but I still haven't recovered from Tracy. Tracy packed the weight on me. That town has got restaurants up the yin yang. And when I was there for 5 weeks, we went nearly 2 weeks without eating at the same restaurant twice.
Also, to be fair, for those 2 weeks, you were sitting on your butt for the better part of a day, driving everywhere. It wasn't like...
No, it was not a whole lot of driving. It was like a mile here and a mile there. Well, that was it.
You weren't even walking that.
No.
I mean, it's not like normally at your job where you're walking like 3 to 5 miles a day.
Well, now I'm walking between... The least one I've done yet is 7 miles... But typically, it's usually between 10 to 14 miles a day.
Yeah, so that's going to easily, help you.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
But, yeah, no. The cool thing for me is...
Yeah, I need to become a GearBest whore. That's what I need to become.
I'm an Amazon whore.
Are you?
Yeah. I have the affiliate links.
I'm more of an Amazon slut because I don't really get all that much.
Actually, I've looked at my Amazon numbers, and... For a while there, I was making absolutely nothing off of it, but I'm like, well, you know what? I have it. It's one of those things that it's kind of like how would I say it? It's like the ad revenue. You're not going to make a whole lot off of it, but it makes you money in the background.
Yeah.
That's pretty much what I tell people. I'm like, it's like a royalty check. You're not going to live off of it, but that extra $100 you get every 2 to 3 months, it's nice.
Yeah.
You can use it for side projects and stuff. It's nice. So I was looking at like my bank statement because I was curious to see when the payments were, and I'm like, wow, I've actually got more payments than I thought.
They don't send you gift cards?
I just do direct deposit because I just use it for everything.
Once every couple months, 3 months or so, I'll get like a $20 gift card.
That's not bad.
And it's like, hey, that's another roll of filament.
Yeah.
I go in there and I order a roll of filament, or I order something like that.
The reality is I do not buy from Amazon as much as people would think, so I'm actually better off with just getting the direct deposit from them versus getting the gift card. So I have that flexibility to use it for whatever.
I do buy from Amazon. I that's where I buy all my filament anymore. I used to, back in the day, I'd order it off of eBay and stuff like that, but so especially since I got the Amazon Prime, I always buy my filament on Amazon. A lot of the parts for the 3D printers I'll buy on Amazon. And sometimes I'll order cat food. If it's a cat food that I can't find around here, like this was the turkey and cheese one that Groot really likes. I'll order that one on Amazon because nobody else has got it around here.
Yeah.
They used to have it and then they quit carrying it. But yeah, I still use Amazon quite regularly.
Yeah.
And then sometimes I go other places, but Amazon's still
it's
like a good one.
The interesting thing is I picked up some parts to make my X1 into a 3mm filament machine temporarily because I have a lot of 3mm nylon that I want to run out for some projects.
You're gonna go 3mm on that?
Yeah. temporarily.
Oh, wow.
Because I have a lot of 3mm nylon that's just sitting around doing absolutely nothing. So I figure I might as well just use it for that. So what I'm going to do is, all I have to do is I just have to pull out the PTFE guide tube that's in there and swap the nozzle and swap the heat break. And that's like $8 to $12 in parts. I don't need anything fancy. So, and I got like a 5-pack of nozzles off Amazon, but I couldn't find any 3mm heat breaks that were all metal on Amazon. So I actually had to go to eBay for that.
Yeah.
It's a good example. So that's coming sometime in the week. But I'm going to do a video on it. But the only reason why I'm doing that is because it's cheaper for me to spend, I think it was like the 10 or $12 for the parts, to have that capability to run the 3mm filament, because I still have a lot left over from my Ultimaker days. I can run that on the X1, which has the all-metal setup, so I can get hot enough to run nylon for hours on end, and it's not going to affect anything. And then when I'm done, I can change it back. But I want to show that you can easily do that on the printer, because people have asked, well, I only have 3mm filament. How hard is that? I'm like, it's actually very simple.
Yeah.
And for what it costs, it's still cheaper to switch out a couple of components and spend like the 20 minutes tops to do that than to buy a whole nother $40 roll of filament minimum and run that out. So, but I need to work on that eventually. But, you know, there's an example of where eBay actually came in handy. I buy all of the little decoders for my trains from eBay.
Yeah.
Because there's a guy on there, Yankee Doodle Dabbler, who's got really good rates on it. But it varies where I buy from. Yeah. So I'm not just Amazon.
We're having a conversation on here about GearBest. I have had, 2 printers come from GearBest? One of them sparked like crazy whenever I plugged it in.
Yeah. I will never forget.
The Zone Star.
I will never.
It's still sitting down there unfinished because after that it's like,
I will not forget sitting in the parking lot at City College between classes, eating my overpriced Whole Foods burrito made by the cute girl who never spoke to me, and sitting there just watching the stream, like intermittently cutting in and out because the Wi-Fi was so bad in the parking lot, and then you turn it on and the thing goes boop, and I'm sitting there just like trying not to choke on it before I go to like my environmental science class with Peggy, and I'm just watching it like, oh, did it just do that? Let me see if I can get it to do it again. Oh, it did it again.
But the thing is, that's one thing I like about if you do a live unboxing.
If it goes
and
wrong,
even if it comes from a company where a lot of people are accused of taking
and glossing over
reviews and all that, I like a live unboxing because that keeps me honest. It keeps everything honest because that way it blows sparks. You see it blow sparks, and you know that the machine sucks. And
if it if the MOSFET was burned out before you got it, you turn it on and it starts climbing. You know as well, yeah. The main reason why I don't really do live unboxings is I'm just honestly not that much of a live streamer. But I like the fact that it's like if anybody wants to go in there and watch it, they can see it in real time.
I honestly like live streaming better than doing the videos because I'll get out here by myself. I'll have this camera looking at me and I go, I have a hard time talking on camera. But if I like this where I see the chat or I got you close by, it's just more natural because then you're talking to friends.
No, I get it.
You know, you're not trying to think, okay, well, what do I say? How do I say it? I don't write nothing down. I don't have a teleprompter. You can ask Calvin. I don't have a teleprompter.
I don't use a teleprompter.
I don't write nothing down. The one time I wrote something down was whenever I started to do the review on the Meat Creator 2, and I ended up throwing the paper away before I did the video because I couldn't do it.
I mean, I'll have like a note card with like facts that I need to list. That's one thing. I'm like Trump whenever he started reading stinking cue cards. He went from being, oh yeah, this person that person that, blah, 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 and it's all being, hello, Americans. Remember when he first started doing the teleprompters? No.
It was horrible. It's like, yeah, he's totally not reading that.
I mean, I will be fair, though. I grew up doing live TV in my dad's TV class and also doing edited stuff.
Yeah.
So you could say I grew up in front of the camera. So for me, it is second nature to just jump in there and start filming.
Yeah.
But I also understand what you mean. It's like, case in point, it's like when Danielle and I film, it's easier because it's the two of us there. You have that somebody to talk to interaction, but there's a reason why she doesn't really do videos just of herself talking.
Right.
She's just not that comfortable doing it, which I completely understand. And also her video style is more... The thing I will say that I like about her video style is the fact that, except for maybe one or two instances where we're talking in it, 99% of it is just dubbed over with music. And I think it makes it more interesting because anybody can watch it. You don't have to understand what the text means of where we're at. You could always go back and translate the description down below because we explain it. But in that case, it's nice having just the music dubbed over because it sets the mood. You see what's there. It's not somebody going, "Hi, look, I'm in Death Valley and you're not, and we're cooking alive out here." It's nothing like that.
Yeah.
Which is nice because I've seen videos like that and I'm just like, get the heck out of here.
Are we really blown out?
I wouldn't worry about it.
You sure?
Yeah.
I look like a stinking ghost.
Whatever.
Oh, look at that. Look at that. Oh, there we go. That'll fix it.
I think it's the glare. We've been having camera issues before we even got started, so I think it's honestly the lighting.
Well, I tried using the other camera because it's got a little bit wider angle on it, but the color wasn't right.
It was way off.
And why does my phone just keep buzzing off the hook?
It's not me. Oh gosh. Hi, Aaron. Oh my gosh, Theory's in the chat. So Theory, can we talk electrical stuff over here? I'm just teasing.
I totally should show that on the stream.
I want to say publicly, I'm really sorry, Theory, for all the times that you've had to put up with me complaining to you on Twitter about idiots and electrical stuff. Dude, if I ever meet you, I owe you like a pint or whatever, a pint of like maple syrup, or take you to Canadian Tire or whatever you people out there like to do. But I owe you one, buddy, because you've saved my butt a bazillion times with electrical stuff when people claim they're electricians and they're not.
What, did he tell you that electrical tape isn't the proper way of connecting wires?
I think Mike Holmes would come on over and whoop your butt if you did that.
Theresa, dildo!
Oh, the battery's dead. Never mind.
Aaron says I can show it. The tidy whities on the face.
Oh! Oh, God, that's nasty. You're really making me feel better about going to work tomorrow and having to wear a mask all day. That's actually the reason why I shaved, is because I was finding when I was talking, my beard was actually pulling my mask off my face. I'm like,
it's horrible.
Out of here.
It's horrible. I was just glad we were able to get one last meal before they went and they shut it all down again.
Thanks, Governor. I'm not going to say any more on camera because we're going to get demonetized.
I don't care no more.
I don't want people to hear the words that come out of my mouth about him, so I'm not going to say it. Because it's
Did
not
you?
any normal language that I would use, and it's nothing I'm comfortable saying.
Didn't you call
in
him
public.
a mother? Never mind.
It's language that I'm not comfortable saying, being I sent a friend a link to the live stream, so if she watches it, I do not want her to hear me saying it. I'm not going there. Not going there.
I think everybody in every state where there's any kind of a lockdown, I think they all feel the same way. And I realize they're trying to do it for public safety.
Yeah.
I realize that.
And I respect the public
But-
safety side.
Damn.
Yeah. I mean, here's where I leave it at. There's a line between public safety and common sense and just being a plain old jerk and trying to act and just abusing your power. And there's that line, and that line has been crossed numerous times. I'll leave it at that.
In case anybody didn't know, my mom and dad are both Pentecostal preachers. And my dad used to say a long time ago, you can't legislate righteousness.
You can't.
You can't legislate it. You can't make a law to make people do what you think is the right thing to do.
And honestly, it's
You just can't.
and the funny thing is when you try and tell people not
4th
to
of July, that's a good example of you cannot legislate righteousness because, illegal fireworks are illegal. You can't light them off this year. This was the biggest year for illegal fireworks ever. They said
Oaks was
it's going to be $2,800 per fuse that you light if you do it.
and everybody's like,
And
let
I'm
me go
like,
buy the mega box.
Question, how many tickets did you give out? And I have not heard an answer back yet.
I mean, Thousand Oaks has people have set off fireworks out there, and I don't care. My thing is,
Teresa says you're expecting common sense from America. Okay, I don't know how it is in every other country, but in America, the virus is political. No joke. It's political. But everywhere else in the world, it's like it's a public safety issue. Here, it's not a public safety issue. Here, it's political.
Well, I saw it.
It's Republican, it's Democrat. And it's like, oh my God, really?
Well, going back to the fireworks, it's like Thousand Oaks, people have always set off fireworks. And you know what? As long as they're safe about it, I could care less.
Yeah.
But I think because the counties said we're not having a fireworks show this year, I think people were trying to show, and I don't blame them for showing off their pissed offness by going, look, if we're not going to have a legit fireworks show, we're going to set off our own.
Every boom you saw or heard in the air was a middle finger going up, because you take people.
It was a catch me if you can, catch me if you can.
You take people and you lock them down for what, the last 3 months?
Plus.
And say, stay at home. Don't go anywhere. Don't do anything. You can't go 5 miles away from your house.
Don't breathe the air.
We're closing down the bathrooms. If you leave your house, you're going to have to pee yourself because you're not going to be able to use a restroom. You know, all this stuff they did to keep people in their homes. And then all of a sudden they get this little bit of freedom.
They just go nuts.
And they're like, yeah, boy. Freedom.
I mean...
Did they ever this year?
Oh yeah.
Oh my God.
It was kind of funny though, because it's like, I guess in LA County as well, LA County's always had a problem with illegal fireworks, but you're so close to the Mexican border, it's so easy to get them down there. It's not even funny.
Not even that. It's the Indian reservations. They sell them like crazy.
All bet.
Moapa outside of Las Vegas. I remember going there one time and they had a pallet stacked up, probably 5.5 feet tall, came with a hand truck for $799.
Oh
had
my God.
Everything you could imagine. Had a roll of stinking firecrackers. There's like the big, I'm talking like a big, probably like what, 2.5 feet in diameter, full of firecrackers.
Oh my!
And they had the mortars, and they had everything you could imagine on this thing for like $799. And I remember, this was a few years ago, I remember going past this going, oh man, if only I had $799.
I mean, honestly, if you bought that thing, you could probably turn around and individially piecemeal sell that thing for like $6,000.
I guarantee that's what happened this year.
Yeah.
Because people... now mind you, I used to go and get Safe and Sane fireworks. That was always my thing from when I was a little kid. I always got Safe and Sane fireworks. That's all I ever did. I didn't, then when I got older, I got some firecrackers. I got some bottle rockets. But I never got into the mortars. I never got into
Nothing aerial.
And actually in the last 2-3 years, I haven't bought any fireworks at all. I haven't needed to, because all I gotta do is sit out in the front yard
and 30 seconds
watch
later,
a sneaking fireworks show every single 4th of July.
For like 3 days before and 3 days after.
Exactly, except this year, for some reason, if you notice, you're not hearing anything.
They burned them all out on 4th of July.
They blew their load, man.
He's not joking.
Yeah, they blew their load.
I mean, I'm used to seeing a couple of aerial shells, but it's like, from what I heard in Thousand Oaks, I'm used to San Francisco where fireworks of any kind, period, is straight up, they will lock you up in jail, illegal.
How was that this year?
If it was as crazy as it was in Thousand Oaks, which normally is not very crazy at all, I think it must have just been like a nonstop bombing mission up there. And I've been near air bases where they've done live fire bombing missions, and I've heard bombs going off. I know what it sounds like. I'm not kidding. San Francisco, at my grandmother's old place, would literally sound for like a couple days before and after Christmas like they were doing an occasional bombing run. I think it probably sounded like carpet bombing up there from what people were saying on Twitter.
TK's asking if anyone remembers the silly indoor fireworks. You know what I mean? Like the little pop snap caps and poppers and all that.
Those are boring.
Remember the ones they used to have the two pieces of string with the thing in between? If you pulled it, blew it. I knew a guy used to do that with toilet seats. So if they went to put the toilet seat down and snap.
I think in Britain they have something where it's called like a Christmas cracker. You take both ends and you twist it and it has a tiny pyrotechnic charge that blows off.
You call something a 2-pump Charlie. At least I guess he's talking about fireworks. Maybe he's not.
Elon, is it called a Christmas cracker? The thing that you twist and it explodes, I think? Like, explodes. It just has like a really tiny pyrotechnic charge that goes off and goes boom. And everybody thinks it's,
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, this year, people that you would never dream in a million years would light something like that off, were lighting things like that off.
Yeah. And
it's mainly because they were so bored for so long, they're like, time to go have some fun. And that's what they did.
And I do not know who these people are, so I don't care. But I saw a lot of people on Instagram posting up that they were going out to buy fireworks before it happened in counties that sold fireworks or reservations that sold fireworks. So yeah, I think everybody's like, I'm going to spend my stimulus check on this.
So some of the counties around here, for the safe and sane, you had to show a driver's license showing you were from that city or that county, or they would not sell to you.
Wait and sell you. Hey kid, here's $20. Cool, thanks. Yeah.
Pull it. Do not twist it. Calvin, why you twist instead of pulling? That's where you keep going wrong. You're supposed to pull it. You don't twist it. That's just irresponsible of you to twist it. You're supposed to pull it.
Don't tell me how to live my life.
Why not? Newsom does.
So somebody's saying the double pane windows were no match for the illegal mortar shell fireworks by neighbors. Oh my gosh.
I can imagine.
I mean, I'll put it this way. I've dealt with some loud booms. These booms, because I was sleeping in my little loft area at my parents' house, which is like right next to the roof. It slopes up, so you're very close. I mean, it literally sounded like somebody was up there with a sledgehammer and a giant steel plate going wham on the roof when those things went off. I mean, they were loud.
Yeah.
I never saw them, but they were loud.
Yeah, Brian's right here in Salinas. So yeah, it was going off over here. Hollister, it was crazy in Hollister.
I'll bet.
Crazy.
I know Josh was complaining about it a lot on Twitter.
Yeah.
I mean.
So what time you gotta get up tomorrow?
I think I gotta be work around 10, so I need to leave by like 8:45.
I gotta get up at 5:30 in the morning.
Yeah.
I gotta be there by 7.
I gotta take a shower and organize some stuff. I know. Boring.
I know. That's what our lives have turned into.
You know what? I need the money.
That's what I say. Somebody was saying the other day, I forget if it was on Twitter or Facebook or what, and they're all like, anybody who thinks that working 5 days a week, 8 hours a day, and 50 hours a week, which I'll never know how he got that math out right, because it's 8 hours a day of
40 days a week unless you do overtime.
Yeah, that's only 40 hours. But anyway, his math was off, but he said 50.
Whatever.
So we'll just go with the 50. And anybody who thinks that this is sane is completely crazy. And I'm like, yeah, the people who have figured out that it's wrong are the ones that are living underneath Harbor Freight blue tarps right now.
Or they're living off, a pension plan or a disability plan and traveling around in their converted van.
Yeah.
But that's another story altogether.
Yeah.
I mean, I won't lie. There's certain things that I do kind of like about the wandering lifestyle, the fact that you can go out and see different things, but I also don't like the fact that you don't have a home base of operations, if you will. It's nice to go out and explore places, and if you've seen that in the videos that got released on Danielle's channel, Living the Adventure, it was amazing going to Pinnacles and camping out there and exploring it and hitting up Sequoia. Actually, not Sequoia. We did that, but that was off camera. Going out to Henry Cowell Redwoods. That was awesome, but it was nice at the end of that to come back home and be at home base. It was very nice to go out there and do that, but it's like I couldn't do that for a long term. I need to have at least somewhere that I can keep all my crap and not constantly have to feel like I've got to be on the move. I want to be able to sit down and enjoy things a little bit and, not have to worry about where am I going next.
Teresa's got it. Been homeless. That. Yep.
It's not.
Hey, Paul, how you doing?
It's not what people think it is. Thank God I've never been there. I don't want to be there. I've had some very stressful times where I was wondering where I was going to go. I won't lie, but that's another story altogether.
Yeah.
You know, but I'm thankful that I have not been in that position, and I hope I never do. But, you know.
Anyway, Calvin is back in town. He's going to be working, and hopefully he'll be sticking around for a little bit so I can help use him and abuse him.
Yeah. Well,
We got some projects that I can sure use his help on, and
happy to help with.
I could definitely use the help, and hopefully, usually when he's around, it kind of spurs me a little bit more into doing videos, and I've just been working and sleeping is all I've been doing for the past couple months. Is the reason why the videos haven't been coming out. I actually have not been out into this room in 2 weeks.
Whoa.
At least 2 weeks. And it was, I forget what I came out here for. I think it was to get a tool or something.
But it wasn't like you...
I haven't...
you didn't come in here with the intentions of doing anything else.
Honestly, all I do is if anything, is I turn on the printers and print Warrior Savers.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm getting at, is that it went from being a hobby to being something really serious, to the point where I just had to kind of step away from it. And that's the reason why I did get the drone, is so I can have another little side thing to kind of do, because I've always liked doing photography and stuff like that.
And honestly, the drone...
play with it a little bit, you know?
I mean, granted, you can fly it in some of the areas that you go to.
Yeah.
That's a whole other story, but there's a lot of really cool places that
Yeah.
you can go to that you can technically do that. Like, I would definitely think you could probably do it in like an open space area or like an off-highway vehicle park or something like that. I don't see why you couldn't do that out there.
Yeah.
You know, BLM land. You
The
figure
thing
that
is,
out.
I'd have to ask permission and all that.
Yeah.
I don't want to do anything, get myself in trouble, or you know, bring a black eye to the drone community either, because
Not that it already doesn't have a giant
Well,
one, but yeah, I know what you mean.
yeah, but I don't want to be that guy.
You don't want to be that guy that gets them banned in Salinas.
Yeah, that guy that took and did this or that and caused this or that.
They try and make an example out of you. And, no, I get it.
It's just like with 3D printers. You don't want to be that guy. STL, bro.
Profile, bro. What are your settings? This printer sucks. It's like, it's your settings.
Can I
90% of the time.
can I use these settings on doing ABS? No, it's for PLA only. Well, give me the settings for ABS.
No. I mean, I can't say how.
I had a guy today make a comment on my Groot video, that big Groot. He made a comment on that one that really ticked me off. He's like, I'd be ashamed of myself to take and post a video of how horribly you print. You need to learn how to print. You need to do this. You need to do that. Blah, 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 blah. I'm like, let me fix this for you, ban. Look, the problem's solved for both of us. I feel like Louis Rosman.
No, and
But
honestly.
he did the video where he's like, show me your receipt. You watch something for free. It's entertainment. Take it for what it is. But at the same time, if you don't like it, there's the X up in the corner. Enjoy yourself. Click it.
Yeah. No, I mean.
Move on to something that makes you happy.
I mean.
If my video disappoints you that much, click the X. I
don't care. I'm not here to make everybody happy.
I've got a day job. I'm fine with it.
Yeah. Well, as TK said, ear savers are killing.
Don't delay by today. Exactly.
As TK said, though, ear savers are killing it for everybody. And yeah, I mean, I'm not saying that people haven't.
I use them myself. I use them every single day because I went 2 days without it, and my ears just ached. Even when they weren't on, they ached. And so I even print them up and I take them to work and I leave them on a desk at work. And to this day, a lot of people that work there think that those came from the company. It's like, no, here's some in a bag.
I need to talk to work about it to find out if we've had the modifier using the machines off hours for personal use policy because of what's going on for, sanitary reasons and stuff. But I need to talk to them about if it's okay to run the laser cutter for some stuff, because I'm thinking I can easily laser cut a whole boatload of ear savers in no time flat if I have.
What would you laser cut them out of?
Delrin.
What's that?
acetal. It's the stuff that the wheels are generally made from.
Oh, okay. So
I mean,
slightly pliable.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
pliable. It's very durable, but something easy to cut like that. And I'll have to double check with work on it first. But it's kind of like in the time that it would take for me to stick a sheet in there and run it for 10 minutes, I could probably cut 100 plus ear savers. And don't get me wrong, printing them is great, and I'm not saying that it has not helped. But the reality is, printing them is about the most inefficient thing you can do.
Is Kevin the new Karen? Oh my God, have I ran into a lot of Karens lately? A lot of Karens lately.
Oh, I should tell the Ken and Barbie story out in Pinnacles. This was so funny. Danielle kills me every time I mention it. What happened is we were out in Pinnacles, and the campgrounds are set up so that you can either do a tent or you can do like a small Airstream. And then they have an area dedicated just for RVs separately. We were in the tent area. Well, as I jokingly call it, Ken and Barbie, they are there. Ken is there in his giant diesel truck with the Airstream trailer. And the dude literally, because I'd walked to the little store to get some ice cream bars and some Gatorade because it was really hot. I'm like, okay, fine, we'll do that. And then I'm coming home back. And I saw them when they were trying to pull the thing in. I come back like 15 minutes later. He's still trying to pull the thing in there. I almost walked over there and said, "Sir, do you need me to do this for you because you're struggling and there's like 10 cars waiting to pass?" I mean, it took me like another 5 minutes of waiting for him to just like do this until his wife goes, "Honey, I think this kid needs to walk by." And I'm just like, "Thank you." So Danielle's like, "What the heck's going on?" I'm like, "Oh, Ken and Barbie are trying to park their Airstream." And she just starts busting up laughing. And then I'm like, she's like, "Why?" I'm like, "Because it literally looks like something from when you were a kid. Ken's got his little track, and there's a little Airstream, and then and she's just like, "Oh, you are so horrible." I'm like, he deserved it because he can't park that thing for crap. I mean, like 20 minutes later, he finally got the thing in there after like 45 minutes of work, and I'm just like, you do not deserve that thing, dude. You do not deserve that. But, oh well.
The Airstreams to me are the most overrated, overpriced things there are. Oh my God. Have you ever priced one?
No.
Brand new? They're over 100K.
I mean, I won't lie. I love the aesthetics of them. They're really nice.
Yeah, it's a beer can on wheels.
But for 100K, no thank you.
No. Even used, they're still like 30, 40,000 for like the 60s. I'm talking 60s, 70s models. They're insanely expensive. And then if they go and they fixed them up, they're right back up again. And it's like, how in the world are they still up again?
I think it's because they're just such an iconic trailer.
I guess.
I mean, and from what I've seen on TV, they're actually very spacious inside. But, yeah, I couldn't afford that.
With a wide angle lens, maybe. Very spacious.
Oh, well.
Oh, goodness.
But, yeah.
Well, guys, I think I am going to run away.
Same here. I need a shower. I need to get stuff done.
Yeah, I'm going to try putting some videos together. I don't know. I'll probably just big old spider on me. That would have freaked out Jeff. You'd be, "Oh my God!" Yeah, it was a spider.
I totally freaked my dad out in the Pinnacles video when I'm holding my camera like Danielle's camera like 18 inches away from some garter snake swimming across the lake, and he's like, "Oh my gosh!" I'm like, "Dude, it could have cared less that I was there. It did not care at all." Now, if it started climbing up my leg, I probably would have gotten a little freaked out, but it was like, it's fine.
It looks like you pumped a DeLorean with helium.
I think a stretch limo DeLorean because they're not that big.
That's true. Well, guys, thank you so much for joining us. We honestly, we just barely started talking about doing the stream, was about 2 hours ago.
When we were filming the drone. You want to do a stream later? Because that's usually the code word for I'm going to try and push Jimmy into the set so he actually makes some content later on.
Right.
It works, though.
Yeah, it works.
But
guys, thank you very much for joining us. Yeah, guys, take care, and we will see you again soon.
Have a good one. Peace.
Now if I can just figure out how to make the thing end. Let's see here. I go there. I go there. Oh, there it is.
No, end stream.
Bye, guys. Take care.
Later. Yes, I want to end it.